Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 11 Part 3. I'm very excited about this because it's the final part of The Walking Dead. I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen. That's what I meant. And yeah, they released a trailer, or yeah, they released this. I guess it's more of a teaser than a trailer, but they released it online. I don't remember seeing the trailer on AMC Plus when I watched it. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about the trailer, breaking it down, talking about what we can expect, that type of thing. Before I do get into that, I do want to apologize for not posting as much as I usually do. I feel like for the last few months I've only been posting maybe a couple times a month. It's usually multiple times per week, so I do apologize for that. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm still watching The Walking Dead every single week. I'm not gonna stop watching it in the final part. So don't worry about that. I'm still gonna be watching them and talking about it with you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to apologize for the lack of videos over the last few months. But yeah, we're gonna be looking at this trailer and breaking it down. For those who have seen the trailer, definitely let me know, what did you think about it. I'm gonna go through it like I said, so I probably will miss something. I won't catch every little thing. So be sure to let me know some of the things you noticed in the trailer as we go through it. And then also, what do you want to see in part 3? What do you think is going to happen in part 3? All those type of things. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so this trailer opens up. Well, there seems to be a conversation going on between Mercer and Negan in the backdrop, I guess you could say, of the trailer. Like they're having a conversation, and I guess I should just say what they're talking about first. But well, I guess I'll go look at the footage, and then we'll talk about that when we get to their actual scene. But you have some walkers here. Every time I see a group of walkers like this, it gets me excited because I never want this show to stray away from the walkers being a threat. I don't want it to be too many humans. I think when the saviors were there, they really forgot about the walkers for a while. So I don't want that to happen again. But they've been on point with that. Like they haven't forgone. Walkers have remained a threat for a very long time. And I think ever since the Whispers, really, the walkers have been exciting again. But yeah, you can this part 3 is being marketed as the final fight between the Commonwealth and our group, right? I'm sure there's still gonna be other things going on. They gotta wrap up the characters' stories. Characters who are getting spin-offs might have to go off, and they gotta set those up. Maybe we get some CRM stuff. I don't know. We'll talk more about that in the future, obviously. But this trailer is obviously focusing on the Commonwealth. But there is a real cool little Rick Grimes Easter egg in this trailer, which I'm very excited to talk about. That's gonna be in a little bit. But yeah, so you can see that the Commonwealth, they're armed. They're walking around looking for somebody. Probably these people, or like the people who are part of Hilltop and stuff like that. You got Maggie and Daryl hiding here, and now they know Maggie. They know. Lance knows that they can't really trust some of these people like Daryl and Maggie. So that makes me worried for some of the other characters who are in the Commonwealth, right? Because some of them are still just doing their regular jobs there. They have no idea what's going on with everything at the Hilltop, and Daryl and them fighting back, and I'm worried about them. And you can actually, we'll see a little bit of it in the trailer, but it does seem like maybe some of those characters are going to be in danger because they could question all of them, why is your group doing this? Are you also part of the group? That kind of thing. So it can be pretty scary for some of those other characters there. All right, here we have Stephanie and we have Carol. Carol's holding a knife. So yeah, they're definitely building up that battle that's to come, or that tension between the Commonwealth and our group, right? Here you have Mercer. Again, this is the scene where he's talking to Negan. We're gonna be talking about their lines in just a second. So this is the part I'm talking about. So you got Jerry here, and you got some of the I think some of these people are like maybe Alexandrians, Hilltoppers, and stuff like that. Or, they can still be Commonwealth people, but Jerry is looking back, and then you get this shot of Stephanie, and then you get this guy who's working with Stephanie. Remember, he's the guy that Eugene was asking questions for, like, have you seen Stephanie? So they look very concerned. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like maybe some of the people at the hilltop who are part of the hilltop and part of Alexandria, they might be in danger because some of the Commonwealth people are maybe wanting to get to them to answer for, Maggie and Daryl's, the stuff that Maggie and Daryl did. So we'll see what's going on there. Another thing I mentioned, I just like Jerry, and I remember this. Like, there's a lot of characters left in the show, so something I'm really wondering how they're going to do is like, wrap up a lot of these character stories, because not everyone is getting a spin-off, obviously. I mean, sure, characters can show up in the future at some time, but not everyone is going to continue after this. So this is going to be like the final stretch, of season 11. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of characters have good storylines, right? That's probably more important. I mean, yeah, the ending is obviously important too for their story, but their stories could just end with them being with their families in Alexandria or something. But I mean, like, hopefully a lot of these characters get good stuff and good storylines in part 3. That's something I'm looking forward to. But yeah, and Jerry obviously being one of those because he has definitely grown to be a fan favorite over the years since he got introduced in season 7. Wow, it's been a long time. Here we have Negan, and this is the part where he's talking to Mercer. So I'll go ahead and read some of the dialogue they're saying. This is like kind of paraphrase. I just like quickly typed it while I was listening. But he said, Mercer kind of asked him like, all right, who sent you? And Negan says, I think you know who sent me. We got people to protect. We got people, we got to protect. And Mercer says, that's my job. And Negan says, and yet I was sent here anyways. So I think he's referring to those people, I think, at the Commonwealth that he has to protect. And the whole group he has, right? But I think it might be referring to like people in, did I say Hilltop? I meant people in the Commonwealth that he has to protect because it says that he was sent there. So I think, they're probably worried about their people at the Commonwealth because of what Maggie and Daryl did. And maybe they're trying to get everyone out. That's kind of my guess. Let me know what you think is going on. But just seeing that scene earlier with Jerry, like he's turned around and it seems like these guys are like almost chasing him, it makes me feel like they're trying to get out of the Commonwealth or they're in danger, that type of thing. So that's sort of what I'm sort of getting from this trailer. And I don't think that's, out of the question because, again, like I said earlier, a lot of the people who are at the Commonwealth right now probably don't even know what Maggie and Negan are up to. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. Here you got Ezekiel and Princess. You can see that they're being escorted away from the Commonwealth or by the Commonwealth. I can't tell if this is because of what happened with Daryl and Maggie or this is their own thing because I swear, like the original group that came here, Eugene, Ezekiel, Princess, and Yumiko, that original group, I guess besides Yumiko because she became a lawyer there, but besides Yumiko, like the other three, I feel like they're constantly getting in trouble. They're constantly getting questioned. So this could be about something else going on here. Or it could just be them escorting them because, they wanted to question everyone about what's going on with Daryl and Maggie. You got Rosita and Eugene hugging. A couple of things here. It could just be a moment where because they were talking a lot about like whether they made the right choice coming there and that kind of thing. So it could be like stress. But I like seeing this scene because these two have been on the show together since season 4. And this is what I mean, I want to see moments like this. I say that, but then it's going to be, I don't want it to be like, I don't know. I don't want it to be like too sad, right? But I think it'll be nice to see moments between characters like this because it is the final part. This is an interesting part. You got this walker here, and they kind of like ripped some skin off of the walker, and then they cut to this shot of Aaron, and he looks like so concerned. But I don't know if those shots are connected. I don't know if Aaron's looking at that walker, but when I saw the walker with getting the like skin ripped off of it, I can't tell if that is like a whisper and they rip the skin off, and the Whisper like turned to a zombie themselves, or what's going on here. But yeah, just an interesting walker. I mean, they put in the trailer, so maybe it's something important. But again, it's a trailer, so I don't even know if this shot of Aaron goes with that. But I just wanted to quickly mention that because that would be, I guess, kind of interesting. You know, a little bit of a callback to the Whispers there. I mean, it is again, it's the final part. I won't be surprised if there's like little callbacks here and there to prior seasons. This is the thing I was talking about earlier. So here, the throwback to Rick. I was just talking about throwbacks. And then you got Daryl here, and I'm pretty sure he's holding Rick's Colt Python, right? That's his Colt Python, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know, like I don't want to like speculate too much, because I'm sure, you know, he could find this. There could have been of any reason he could have found this, or it could have been a completely different weapon. It might have not. It might have not even been Rick's, but I don't think it's unintentional, right? Like I think it's probably intentional, given that it's Daryl. Given that he's looking at it like that, you know, he looks like he's sort of like thinking about something. He's probably thinking about Rick when he sees that. So I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not gonna get into this conversation now about like is Daryl gonna find out about Rick and all that kind of thing, all those kind of things right now, because it's still early. But I do think I'll quickly give the answer without going too much into it. But I do think there will be like nods to Rick, and I would be really shocked to see the show end without Daryl finding out something about Rick. I will say that. Like, I'm not saying Rick has to show up in the final season. I'm honestly not even expecting that, but I would be a little shocked if the show ends without Daryl finding out about Rick. You know, almost like the same way as Michonne found out about him, something like that, right? But again, I'm not gonna get into too much of that, because that'll lead me down another rabbit hole of, you know, just discussions. But you guys let me know what you think about all of that in the comments down below. What do you think is going on here? Is this Rick's weapon? But yeah, and then we get this part. Well, it's his final chapter. Can't believe it's already here. It's crazy. And then I'm pretty sure this is Lance. So he's covered in blood, and he's kind of like talking to himself, and he's like, always away, always away. I think he's saying that. That's what I sort of got when I was watching the trailer. I swear, I don't know if it's just me, but some of these trailers, it's very difficult to hear what they're saying. I don't know. It's just like the music and the other action is so loud that some of the dialogue, it's hard to hear. But I think he's saying always away, always away. And it makes sense if he's saying that, because it's him who's like trying to figure this out, right? Like he's trying to, you know, this whole time he has this whole master plan of like getting these communities to join the hilltop, you know, which sort of like makes himself look good to Pamela. You know, that type of thing. So, and now he's obviously very angry at everything that's going on. And I gotta say, like, I'm terrified of Lance. Like, he is very scary. I mean, yeah, Josh Hamilton is doing a great job playing Lance, and I'm definitely excited to see more of him in this season. But yeah, like everything that happened after episode 16, you know, with Maggie on the hilltop and Daryl, like he's, you know, that's something to watch out for. You know, he's probably gonna get. I mean, he is probably very angry, so, you know, he's going to get even more scarier. But, yeah, and then we got the Walking Dead final episodes, fall 2022. So we don't have an exact date yet, but it looks like it's coming out in the fall, which is, I think, good. You know, I think the season started in August, which was a bit earlier than it usually did. But I think given that it's the final part, I think starting in the fall makes sense. You know, it's what they usually do. But yeah, that was an awesome, you know, little trailer, and that wasn't even like the official trailer. I'm sure they're gonna release like much more bigger trailers in the future. But yeah, you know, like fall is not that far away. You know, like we got Fear the Walking Dead right now, and then we got Tales of the Walking Dead coming out in the summer. So yeah, we still have a lot of Walking Dead stuff to watch, and then the final part's gonna be here. So I'm very excited. But let me know, what did you guys think about that trailer in the comments down below. You know, let me know if I missed anything. Let me know what do you think is going to happen in the final part. What do you hope to see in the final part? Let me know. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there for this video. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. And for more Walking Dead videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you guys soon.